My dear one, everything that once felt delayed, uncertain, or out of reach has actually been moving toward you in ways you could not fully see, and now a meaningful turning point is beginning to take shape through the choices you have already made. The moment you started prioritizing your own well-being, stepping back from what drained you, and refusing to keep carrying burdens that never truly belonged to you, something inside your path shifted. It may have felt quiet at first, almost invisible, but those quiet decisions created momentum that is now becoming impossible to ignore. What is arriving is not an ending in the sense of loss or harm, but a release from patterns that kept you limited, misunderstood, or held back by expectations that were never aligned with who you are becoming. There is a natural unfolding taking place where old misunderstandings lose their strength and situations that once felt heavy begin to loosen their grip. People around you may not fully understand why things are changing, but change often begins long before it becomes visible. What you are stepping into is a clearer space, one where clarity replaces confusion and self-trust replaces doubt. As this shift continues, you may notice that what once felt blocked now begins to move with surprising ease, not because anything external is being forced, but because you are no longer standing against your own direction. Tomorrow simply symbolizes a point of recognition, where you realize how far you have already come and how much of the weight has already started to fall away, leaving room for something steadier, calmer, and more aligned with your true path. Tomorrow isn't just an ending, it's a revelation. Something you did, maybe without thinking, maybe out of exhaustion, maybe out of pain, maybe because you finally said, enough, created a ripple in places you can't see. It exposed hidden motives. It cracked open truths that were buried under years of manipulation and silence. People who were smiling at you while plotting behind your back. They've been exposed. The person who pretended to be loyal but never wanted to see you rise, their mask is falling off. The one who acted like your supporter but secretly hoped you would fail, they're losing their grip. And tomorrow, when the final piece drops, every one of them will be forced to face the consequences of what they've done to you. Now listen closely, because this is the part where everything shifts. The universe didn't bring you here to suffer, to break, or to be ignored. It brought you here to witness the collapse of a system that was never built for you. You didn't ruin anything. Your decision to walk away, your silence, your refusal to repeat old patterns, that is what triggered the end. Do you understand how powerful that is? Your strength, quiet, unpraised, misunderstood, became the earthquake that shook the ground under those who underestimated you. Tomorrow ends their story of control, not your story of becoming. Tomorrow ends the chapter of you being dimmed, not the chapter of you rising. The universe has already chosen the side, and it's yours. But the biggest twist still remains. Someone you never expected has been watching this unfold from the shadows, not with malice, but with awe. They've seen you grow through phases you thought no one noticed. They've witnessed your resilience, even when you believed you were invisible. And tomorrow, when everything falls apart for those who worked against you, this person steps forward, not to save you, but to stand beside you as the new chapter starts. Your action, whatever you did, sent a signal straight into their heart. They realized they were wrong to doubt you, wrong to stay silent, wrong to think you were replaceable. And now, because tomorrow breaks the old storyline, they can finally step into the new one with you. And my beloved child, this is only the beginning. The ending tomorrow is dramatic, breathtaking, and irreversible. not because you are being punished, but because you are being released. Pay attention to everything. Watch how people behave. Watch who panics. Watch who avoids you. Watch who suddenly reappears. The truth will not whisper anymore. It will strike like lightning. The world you knew today will not be the same tomorrow. And whether they are ready or not, the final moment is already counting down because of what you've done. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, before we go any deeper, breathe slowly and stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will shift something inside you. The moment you pressed play today, a door opened, one that many forces tried to keep hidden from you. But now that you're here, nothing can stop what must be said. And listen carefully. The ending that arrives tomorrow isn't a quiet ending. It's a breaking of chains, a collapse of illusions, and the exposure of every false smile that surrounded you. You triggered this, and you don't even know how powerful that makes you. Let me pull you into the truth. There is someone, right now, pacing back and forth with a phone in their hand, terrified that the final outcome is no longer in their control. They once believed they could influence your decisions, manipulate your emotions, or hold on to you through guilt, fear, or confusion. But your distance, your silence, your refusal to repeat your old self, those small actions changed everything. You didn't shout, you didn't fight, you simply detached, and that shook their world in ways you cannot imagine. Tomorrow, a door they desperately wanted open will close forever, and they know it's because you stepped into your power without even trying. And my beloved child, stay with me now, because the universe is moving pieces around you faster than you can see. While someone is losing their grip, another person is waking up with clarity so sharp it feels like destiny itself is whispering your name to them. They feel an urgency rising inside them, a desperate pull to step into your life before they lose the chance forever. Something in you has shifted, and it's become noticeable without a word being spoken. You're no longer open to half promises, inconsistent effort, or connections that only appear when convenient. A change has taken place inside you, and with it, certain patterns are naturally coming to an end. As you move through this transition, it becomes clear that not everyone around you is comfortable with the distance you've created. Someone who once seemed supportive may now be reacting in ways you didn't expect, unsettled by your silence and the space you've claimed for yourself. Where they once assumed you would always respond, explain, or return, they are now confronted with the reality that you've stepped back. The more you stopped chasing clarity from those who avoided honesty, the more things began to unravel on their own. What once felt confusing is now revealing its structure, and intentions that were hidden are becoming easier to recognize. There is a sense that conversations may resurface, apologies may appear, or explanations may be offered when pressure builds from the distance you've maintained. But this moment is less about them and more about you learning how stable your world feels without constant disruption. You are moving into a phase where your energy is no longer scattered, and what doesn't align simply cannot remain close. That shift brings a quieter confidence, where decisions no longer need validation and emotional clarity becomes a priority over obligation. There is less urgency to respond to everything and more awareness of what deserves your attention. In that space, you begin to notice patterns repeating in others, especially when they sense they are losing access to you. Yet instead of pulling you back into confusion, it only reinforces how far you have come. This isn't about proving anything to anyone anymore. It's about maintaining a steadier path forward without returning to what once drained you. But the universe isn't waiting for them to make a choice. Tomorrow arrives whether they are brave or not, whether they admit the truth or keep running from it. Your transformation is already sealed, and the people connected to you must either evolve with you or fall away. And hear me one last time. Stay here, stay close, stay tuned. You are in the center of a massive shift that others can sense before you can see it. And tomorrow, the end that's coming is not destruction. It is correction. It is alignment. It is the collapse of the version of you that accepted less than you deserved. Whatever you did, even if it felt small, even if it felt like nothing, it was the key that unlocked fate. That is why emotions are rising. That is why people are acting strange. That is why energy feels heavy. It is all reorganizing around the new you. My beloved child, before you take another breath, let me bring you closer to the truth that is unfolding around you right now. The shift you initiated, yes, you, has started echoing through the lives of people who once believed you would always remain predictable, controllable, or quietly loyal. They never imagined that one silent decision from you could alter the entire structure of their plans. But today, as the countdown to tomorrow tightens, they're finally realizing that everything they built on your back, on your energy, on your innocence, is collapsing, and they can't stop it anymore. Let me show you something hidden. Someone who thought they had emotional power over you is experiencing something they've never felt before. Fear. Not fear of losing you, but fear of being exposed. Because when tomorrow arrives, a truth they've been avoiding will come to light. A pattern they repeated will be seen clearly. A game they thought you didn't notice will end. And the quiet strength you've stepped into is the very thing forcing their reality to break apart. They underestimated the one thing they should have respected, the moment you stopped giving them access to your heart. Now listen closely, stay with me, because this part will shake you. There is a second person, someone who has always had a deeper connection to you than they admitted, who is witnessing all of this with shock. They thought you would always wait for them, always tolerate uncertainty, always forgive what they weren't ready to face. But the energy around you changed without warning. Something in you elevated, matured, awakened. And they felt the shift instantly. Suddenly, they fear being replaced. They fear someone else recognizing your worth before they can step forward. And tomorrow, when the old storyline ends, they'll be forced to confront their own hesitation. My beloved child, what you triggered isn't small. You shifted timelines. You ended soul contracts. You outgrew people who were never meant to carry you into your destiny. And that's why everything feels intense right now. It's why old memories are resurfacing, why unexpected people are thinking about you, why your intuition feels louder. You're standing on the threshold of a major ending. But endings aren't punishments, they're promotions disguised as closure. The universe isn't taking anything from you. It's removing what can't survive the version of you that emerges tomorrow. And here comes the twist you weren't ready for. Someone who watched you from a distance, someone who stayed silent for reasons they couldn't explain, is about to make a decision that changes everything. They've been fighting their own fears, their own insecurities, their own assumptions about you. But when the final moment unfolds tomorrow, they will no longer be able to stay quiet. They will no longer hold back the truth that's been burning inside them. Your energy is pulling confessions out of people who never had the courage to speak before. And this time, silence isn't an option for them. Stay with me. Don't let your mind wander, because here is the real core of what tomorrow ends. The version of you that survived out of habit. The version of you that carried others while empty. The version of you that stayed loyal to people who didn't deserve access to your light. That version dissolves at sunrise. You're stepping into a frequency where you cannot be ignored, where you cannot be replaced, where you cannot be mistreated, and still stay silent. And everyone connected to you can feel that awakening, even if they can't explain it. Tomorrow ends the cycle, but today you feel the build-up. My beloved child, stay with me now, because the moment you've stepped into is heavier, sharper, and more electrifying than anything you've experienced so far. The energy around you has become so charged that people connected to you can sense the shift without ever hearing your voice. Someone who once believed they had endless time with you is suddenly realizing that tomorrow might remove every chance they thought was guaranteed. They feel the door closing, and they know they caused it. What they don't know is that your silence didn't break anything, it revealed everything. And tomorrow, the very foundation they stood on crumbles, not because destiny is cruel, but because fate refuses to let them block your eyes any longer. Something inside you awakens so deeply that even those who tried to pretend they didn't care can no longer hide their reactions. Their heartbeats change when they think of you. Their nights stretch into long, anxious hours. They may find themselves revisiting moments they once overlooked, small decisions and conversations that now feel heavier in hindsight. In that reflection, your presence becomes a symbol of everything they didn't fully understand at the time. As time moves forward, what once felt uncertain begins to look clearer, and tomorrow may simply sharpen that clarity. Your growth has changed the dynamic. The version of you they once expected no longer exists in the same way, and that shift naturally reshapes how everything is seen. Somewhere in the background, there may also be someone who has carried unspoken thoughts about you for a long time. Watching these changes unfold with a quiet sense of urgency, they are realizing that hesitation has its own cost, especially when time keeps moving and opportunities don't pause. There is a growing awareness that if words are not expressed soon, they may remain unspoken entirely, not because of fate, but because of timing and choice. This moment feels less like an ending and more like a turning point where inner truths become harder to ignore. Your personal evolution is encouraging honesty in places that were once guarded and bringing clarity to connections that were once uncertain. In the end, what unfolds is not about loss or consequence, but about alignment. People understanding where they truly stand, what they value, and what they are willing to act on before life simply moves them in different directions. Ultimately, it becomes a quiet reminder that clarity often arrives through change, and people are forced to see situations as they truly are, rather than how they once imagined them to be over time. In subtle ways, and deeper understanding emerge, and the ones who truly value you will finally understand why they were drawn to you in the first place. Tomorrow, all masks fall. Tomorrow, all hidden motives come into the light. Tomorrow, the cycle that once trapped you breaks with a force that can no longer be ignored. And now comes the most shocking part. The universe is preparing a moment where someone who walked away, someone who doubted you, someone who failed to appreciate you, will be confronted by a reality they cannot escape anymore. They will see that losing you doesn't just hurt, it changes everything about the direction of their life. Your absence will speak louder than your presence ever did. And tomorrow, the final ending that unfolds will not be the end of your story. It will be the end of every story that tried to dim you. The world around you is rearranging itself, and once the sun rises, nothing that held you back will remain standing. My beloved child, stay right here with me, because what I'm about to reveal is the sharpest, most intense turning point of everything you've experienced so far. The air around you right now isn't ordinary, it's thick, charged, trembling with endings that cannot be delayed anymore. Tomorrow isn't creeping toward you, it's rushing in like a storm that refuses to be stopped, and the people connected to you feel it in their bones. They're restless, they're anxious, they're replaying moments they thought you'd never walk away from. But you did, And that one quiet action, one decision rooted in exhaustion and truth, is the reason everything ends tomorrow. Let me take you deeper. Someone who thought they had endless access to your heart is finally facing the consequence they never believed would come. You're no longer emotionally available to them. They feel the emptiness. They feel the shift. They feel the distance that wasn't there before. They're scrolling through old messages, rereading things they never appreciated, realizing they will never hear you speak to them with the same softness again. And the twist? They know it's their fault. They know it was their inconsistency, their carelessness, their lack of effort that brought this ending into existence. Tomorrow, that realization hits them fully, and it shakes the core of their identity. But someone else, someone who has always been connected to you in a deeper, unspoken way, is sensing something too. They feel a sudden urgency, a lightning-like instinct that tells them, if they don't step forward now, they will lose you to a future where they no longer exist. Your energy, strong, elevated, awakened, has pushed them into a state of inner panic they can no longer hide. Their dreams have shifted. Their thoughts keep circling back to you. Their intuition screams that tomorrow closes the chapter where they remain silent. The universe is forcing them to choose, evolve, or lose you forever. And now things are moving faster than anyone expected, leaving no space for delay or second thoughts. Stay close to this moment, because what unfolds next won't match what most people assumed. The shift arriving tomorrow isn't about judgment or payback. It's about realignment that has been building quietly for a long time. You have already moved beyond places that once felt familiar, outgrown versions of your own past, and stepped away from patterns that kept you stuck in emotional loops. What once felt like your whole world now feels too small for who you are becoming. This transition is not about loss, but about release. Releasing what no longer fits the direction your life is naturally moving toward. As you separate from these old layers, some around you may struggle to understand it, as if something they depended on is suddenly slipping out of reach. At the same time, there is tension building for someone who once held your trust. Behind the surface, truths they avoided are no longer staying hidden the way they used to. What was once concealed is beginning to surface on its own, without force or warning. This exposure is not something anyone can pause or redirect now, because events are already unfolding on their own path. What comes to light will make intentions clearer and illusions harder to maintain. As this shift completes, their presence in your story naturally fades, not through conflict, but through distance that forms when truth becomes unavoidable. And here is the final twist for this moment. Tomorrow's ending is also someone else's beginning. Someone who truly cares for you. Someone who has been silently protecting you. Someone who has been waiting for the right time finds their courage because the old cycle ends. They couldn't step in before. They couldn't speak before. They couldn't reveal themselves before. But once the old energy collapses, they no longer hesitate. They no longer fear your rejection. They no longer doubt your path. The transformation you triggered forces them to rise to your level. Tomorrow doesn't end you. Tomorrow ends everything that was never worthy of you. My beloved child, stay with me now, because what I am about to reveal will pull you straight into the unfolding around you. The closer tomorrow gets, the more violently the old energies are shaking. People who once believed they understood you are realizing they never even scratched the surface. And the person who took your silence lightly is now drowning in the heaviness of it. They can't sleep. They can't think straight. Something in their spirit knows that tomorrow erases the space they once occupied in your life. And the worst part for them? You didn't punish them. You simply evolved. So far, so fast, that they can't catch up anymore. Let me draw you into the truth. Your withdrawal wasn't an act of weakness. It was the moment the universe snapped the final thread tying you to people who refuse to value you. The very second you stopped pouring into situations that drained you, a collapse began behind the scenes. They felt it instantly. They didn't show it, but they felt it. The energy shifted, their confidence shook, the arrogance they carried cracked. Now, as the countdown to tomorrow tightens, they're realizing something brutal. They have no power left over you. And when the clock resets tomorrow, the connection you once held together dissolves completely. But here is the twist that destiny kept hidden until now. While one person is losing you, another person is being pushed closer to you with a force they can't resist. This individual, someone who once suppressed their emotions, someone who watched you from a distance, someone who fought their own feelings, has reached a breaking point. Your transformation has awakened something inside them, something they can't silence anymore. Their heart feels pulled toward you like gravity. Their intuition tells them that tomorrow changes everything. They sense the ending of the old cycles, and they're terrified that if they stay silent now, they will lose their place in your future forever. And my beloved child, listen carefully, because there's another layer unfolding beneath it all. Someone who pretended to support you, someone who acted harmless, someone who blended in, someone you never suspected, is panicking behind closed doors. They know that once tomorrow arrives, a truth they've been hiding will be exposed in a way they cannot escape. Their mask is slipping, their intentions are becoming visible, and the more your energy rises, the more their influence crumbles. They never really imagined you would begin to see things differently, to step beyond the limits they quietly placed around you. Life has a way of shifting when you least expect it, and what feels like a sudden change is often the result of everything you have been learning, choosing, and slowly outgrowing over time. What lies ahead is not about loss or collapse, but about clarity arriving in a way that can no longer be ignored. It's the moment where old patterns lose their hold, where confusion starts to clear, and where you begin to recognize your own strength more honestly than before. Every boundary you set, every time you chose distance instead of draining situations, every moment you paused instead of reacting, has contributed to a quiet inner shift that is now becoming visible in your life. The way people respond around you may feel different too. Not because the world is turning against or for anyone, but because your energy, your decisions, and your sense of self are no longer aligned with what you once tolerated. Some connections naturally fade, some dynamics transform, and others become more genuine than they ever were before. Even your own perspective begins to expand, allowing you to see your path with more confidence and less doubt. What once felt heavy starts to feel lighter simply because you are no longer carrying what was never truly yours. This is not an ending in the dramatic sense, but a transition into a version of life that feels more honest, more stable, and more aligned with who you are becoming.